Welcome back to Factful Finance. Imagine this. Your child is a victim of identity theft before they even have a chance to open their first bank account. It might sound like a nightmare, but it's becoming an increasingly common reality. In fact, a recent study from Javelin Strategy found that nearly 1 million children had their identities stolen in 2020 alone. Today, we're going to tackle the critical steps you must take to lock down your child's credit and why it's more urgent than ever. You might be thinking, isn't my kid too young to have credit? You're right to ask, but that's exactly why taking action now is so important. The longer you wait, the easier it is for fraudsters to get a jump on your child's financial future. So why should you care about a credit freeze for your little one? Here's the deal. A credit freeze prevents anyone, including thieves, from accessing your child's credit report to open accounts in their name. And since kids have clean credit reports, they're prime targets for identity theft. But the truth is, many parents don't even realize they can freeze their child's credit until it's too late. Now let's break this down. First, locking your child's credit is free in most cases. It's a simple, effective way to safeguard their financial future. In fact, the Federal Trade Commission recommends it as one of the first steps to protect against identity theft. But here's a shocking fact. Many parents don't know where to start or even what it involves. In this video, we'll walk you through the process, step by step, and share why it's so critical to act now. Plus, I'll show you how even simple actions today could save your child from a world of financial trouble down the line. When you freeze your child's credit, it's essentially like putting a lock on a door that could easily be opened by someone else. You're stopping unauthorized access to their personal information, and once it's locked, no one can apply for credit in their name. It's that simple. Let's look at a real-world scenario. Meet Sarah and James. They have a 10-year-old daughter, Emily. When Emily was just 8, they froze her credit after hearing about the rise in child identity theft. A year later, a suspicious credit card application was flagged. Someone tried to open a new line of credit in Emily's name. Thanks to the credit freeze, the thief was stopped before they even got started. Sarah and James didn't have to deal with the mess of correcting fraudulent accounts or rebuilding Emily's credit. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds too easy to be true. But believe me, it is. You can freeze your child's credit at all 3 major bureaus: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Each one has a slightly different process, but the steps are straightforward. It'll only take a few minutes to set it up, and it's free for minors. Here's the catch. If your child ever needs to apply for credit in the future, you'll need to temporarily lift the freeze. But this is a minor inconvenience compared to the headache of dealing with identity theft later. So what's the next step? Call each bureau and request a freeze using your child's information. Be ready to show proof of your identity and your child's age. A few more things to keep in mind. You may want to consider placing a fraud alert or credit freeze if your child's personal information has already been compromised. This helps prevent any new accounts from being opened in their name. While fraud alerts aren't as powerful as freezes, they add an extra layer of protection. And here's the part I don't want you to miss. Even if your child is younger, freezing their credit is still vital. The younger they are, the less likely it is their personal information will be checked, making it easier for someone to steal their identity without detection. I want you to take a moment and think about the long-term impact of a credit freeze. It's about more than just preventing fraud. It's about giving your child a fresh start. When they reach adulthood, they won't have to clean up a mess created years ago. Instead, they'll have a clean slate, ready to build their own credit responsibly. So why wait? Protect your child's financial future today by freezing their credit. The process is simple, free, and most importantly, it's effective. Want to take your financial security even further? If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on expert financial advice like this. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. What steps are you taking to protect your family's finances? This content is for educational purposes only. Mentioning any apps, products, or services is not an endorsement. Always consult a certified financial professional for personalized guidance. If you want more practical tips on securing your family's financial future, stay tuned for what's coming next. It's time to take control of your financial destiny, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way.